Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an intuitive card reader and I'm also an empath. I'm here this evening to do the general monthly reading for the month of October 2016 for the sign of Aquarius. And what you just see me doing, for those of you that are new, I just put up an indigenous smudge. It's a mixture of sweetgrass and sage. Sweetgrass grows here wild on my property. And, whoa, I just had a spider crawl out. Oof, maybe a spirit from days gone by. Who knows? Anyways, I put that up to clear out the energies within myself, within the cards. I try to blow some of those energies your way because sweetgrass and sage together have cleansing properties, literally and esoterically, we'll say. It cleans out 95% of the airborne bacteria in the home, and it lifts my energies, and it cleans out all those dark, stale, tired vibrations and energies that tend to surround us. We kind of like pick them up through the day, and they kind of like hang over us. Anyway, for those of you that are new, I do a 5-card spread using my Oceanic Tarot deck, and that's the book there for it. I take 5 cards from 78 that the deck holds, and the creator of this deck is Jane Wallace, and the illustrator is Jane Delbert Taylor. And then at the end of the reading, I pull 1 card from my other 78 card deck called just Tarot, and I pull, that's a significator, and that's from that deck right there, and that is written by Bridget Reed, and the illustrator's Colin Howard. So when I pull the cards, that each card has a placement. Your first card, your overall energy. Second card, health or wealth and finance. Your third card, love, heart, and romance. Fourth card is challenges, and your fifth card is your message from spirit. And let's see here. I'd like to say thank you for all the subscriptions and for all my current subscribers. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for tuning in all the time to watch the videos and listen to the readings with the cards and the messages. I really appreciate your devotion to tarot, and I appreciate the devotion that we're all of one mindset, that we all believe that there's more going on than what we can see, and we're capable of much more than what is just laid out before us, that we have intuition, and we have gut instincts, and that there are spirits that surround us, and there's masters of the universe and masters of the natural world order. We have a collective mind, and that's what warms me to doing what I do here, because we're all like-minded. We're all here for the same reason. Thank you for any shares that you may be doing among you, and any likes that you leave behind. All those little things for a reader are huge. You know, it's just a click of the mouse for you, but it's huge for us. It gives us a real strong sense of positive feedback when we see that, and we see the subscription numbers grow. I also just want to say quickly that if you're new to YouTube, because a lot of you are, I realize that lately, the subscription button below this window, just click it. Next time anytime we post anything from Fundy Fortunes, you'll be alerted through your email notifications. Please feel free to leave comments below this window as well. I love the comments. They're really interesting, and there's a real, excuse me, a reach going on between the spirits, from mine to the cards to you, and vice versa, and it's just this continuous circle, and it's beautiful to see the comments come in. Also, for those of you that are new, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. If you want a personal reading, I offer that service. Information is also for that found down below in the description box. Please read through at least once, and then you just shut me off an email, and we'll take it from there. And what you get for your money is what you see right here, more or less same thing. The differences are a much larger spread. Most spreads last an hour or more. If it's more than an hour, my camera only records 1 hour at a time, so you get 2 videos. When it's complete, I send you the link. You take the link, and it takes you back into a very private YouTube viewing window where only you can see that and nobody else, and you get to view the video as many times as you'd like. I don't take them down, I leave them there. If you want to go back a month from now and check it out and listen to it, you can do that. So I think if my throat will clear here, I have a cup of tea going. It is 10:54. And for those of you that are regulars, coming up on the 11th hour. And yes, I shut my Big Daddy grandfather clock off because that'll chime very loudly 11 times. So I had the place of mind to remember how to do that this evening. So my tea on the go, and I probably won't get to finish it before it gets cold. So here we go, Aquarius. Let's get down to it. Let's see, the first card that I pulled for you in your overall energy this evening is the Eight of Pentacles, and it's about achievement. Oh, I forgot to hook my lights up. Okay, I've got it right. I've got it hanging off the tree here. Yes, that's a real tree behind me, for those of you who might be wondering. Just one moment, please. Everything's going to mess up and get noisy and shaky. Let's see. We have this thing in the spring referring to this tree behind me called a freshet. That's when the spring tides come in. They get high and trees are getting washed up on shore and there's debris. We hauled that out of a freshet one spring. I seen that and the bark was already off of it. There we go. And the bark was off of the tree. And I thought, what a great addition for my little house. I like natural wood and rocks and things like that. So the tree, yeah, it's real. And it's been with me, and every time we move, I get cursed out because they don't want to move it. It's not heavy. But anyway, that's my tree. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles are all about money and creativity. I don't even know if that was worth putting it up for. The lights are hard to adjust and get on. I haven't found the sweet spot yet with these lights. In the daytime, you can see the cards really well. At night, we need a little bit of help. Okay. Achievement in your overall energy. So when this card shows up, it's pointing and bringing to the forefront for your attention, Aquarius, achievement in any professional field of study for those of you that are in university or you're at entry level jobs, you're just starting out. This is the card of the perfectionist, and small details are very important to you at this time. You take a lot of pride in your work, and you have extremely high standards, especially I'm feeling to say for some of you are really going above and beyond and are so focus driven to make a good impression on your company, your employer as well, to show that you give 150% to whatever it is that you propose to bring to the job. The attitude is going to pay off right now for you, for those of you that have done it. And some of you have made some big sacrifices. I could feel to say that for some of you, huge sacrifices, and you've paid the price. You've sacrificed relationships, your free time. You have given 150% to this job, everything. Your finances are going to improve now from all the hard work that you've put in. Also, for some of you, any of you that are doing exams right now, getting ready to write your first exams back into the new season, most of you will be very successful in doing your exams. Some of you are going back to school right now, university, college, tech trade, that kind of thing. You want to upgrade your skills right now. That's foremost. Some of you, it's restaurant work. I got this once before, a couple months ago. It could be in the line of receiving your star for chefhood. We'll say, I don't know anything about the business, so I'm just finding words to describe. The advice of this card is you have the ability to earn more and learn more. It's there for you, Aquarius. You have this wealth, this vat that's full of opportunity for you, and all you have to do is reach in and grab it and take it and then make it come together. Feeling that very strong feeling, the heat off the card here. You need to work. If you work at it, you can make it happen. Bar none, you will make it happen, whatever it is you put your mind to. It'd be a shame to have this wealth of opportunity and availability and things to help you along. Other people don't all have that. You do right now. It'd be a shame to let that all go waste. Right now, wherever you put your focus, Aquarius, will bring you success. All you have to do is focus and then follow up with your focus. Why are you focusing? You know, what's the whole point behind focusing in on your job or focusing in on something really important? You need to put the work in behind that to make it. It's just the energies, the cards telling you energies right now are great for you to focus in on things. You're not going to struggle with keeping your attention and keeping that trail that you're on and moving straight ahead as you should. It's just easier for you right now. The cards are telling you that. Where down the road you may have to struggle a bit to get tunnel vision in a good way. Keywords are analysis, dedication, detail, work, commitments, money, education, and perfection. And that was your first card. And your second card is the Queen of Wands, and she represents passion. And she fell into your wealth and your money sector. I got bugs coming in here. Somehow they're getting in. I do have a door. My doors and windows still open here. It's a little on the cool side, but the bugs are getting in somehow, even though there's screens and whatnot. I don't care. It's the last of them. They're all flying around slow and stupid right now. Anyway, she represents passion as Queen of Wands. Wands are all about practical things, practicality in your life. When the Queen shows up, she's very passionate and talkative and dynamic. She leads by example as well. Some of you are looking for a mentor in your job. Your whole goal is to make more money, and you will do whatever it takes. And you will do whatever she says you need to do. And this is another woman at this point in the reading in this card. She wants to see others fulfill their potential. So you have the insight on this, knowing this ahead of time. This is what's really, you're not standing and jumping up and down in the back of the room somewhere going, hey, look at me, notice me, notice me. You're doing it by actual work, letting your work speak for you by being very quiet and pulling back and knowing when to not say a word, not a word. Let others zone in and let others feed off the results of what you've created for your work. And they'll get there on their own. They don't need any help from you. If you try to push it, and unless you're asked to point out certain things that if this lady is looking over something that you've created, that you've worked on, and unless she asks you questions, don't be leaning in with any answers before they're asked. She'll think that you're trying to nudge her that way, and she won't take it real well. She can judge for herself. She's been on the scene. She's got eons ahead of you, and remember to respect that. Your communications right now are extremely vital. This lady as well, she speaks directly from the heart. There'll be no second guessing anything. Well, what did she mean by this when she said that to me? What did she mean by that? There won't be anything like that going on. You will know for sure. Sometimes this is the you card, but in this case it's not. This is an actual person. But even within yourself, you do know and you sense very strongly, now's the time to honor my talents, to take my talents that were given to me, the talents that I worked so hard to create, and put them into practical terms, into practical use, to show what it is that I know how to do this. The advice of this card, Aquarius, is for you to follow your intuition, to make the best decisions in relationships, work, and projects. Your keywords are leadership, creativity, intuition, strength, relationship, and integrity. That's my favorite word of life, my favorite word in the whole world. And I don't care what language you say it, and it still means the same thing, and it's integrity. You know, that should be my middle name because I so believe integrity covers so much in life. As long as you're always doing the right thing, whether someone's watching or not, that's so important. It really shows who you are to yourself, if nobody else. And where does it really matter? It should only matter to you, first and foremost, number one. Third card that I pulled for you. And it's your heart, your love, your romances, and it's a Three of Pentacles, and this card represents recognition. Again, trying to get the card in there. All right. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Aquarius, we were just talking about here, about you not jumping up and down and trying to get attention and whatnot. You won't have to. As I said, as long as you kept your integrity, you keep your integrity, and you keep focused on what it is you're doing, your work is going to receive attention. That's what this card is all about, recognition. You're going to have recognition. It's going to receive very positive attention. Your success becomes more public rather than private as well at this time, anything that is recognized. Those of you that are camera shy, um, you may struggle with it. It's not that painful. I do this every night. Yeah, my first couple ones are pretty rough. I'm a pretty private person. I don't even like people looking at me. And here I am with my mug splattered, and the whole world can look at me. And it's something you get used to after a while. Um, so this may go a little public. There may be a company newsletter. There'll be a write-up, and there will be your picture above the write-up, giving you kudos for what you've done and what you've completed. And maybe it's going to be employee of the month or employee of the year. You're the new kid on the block, and you're garnering all this positive attention. It is just wonderful. For those of you that this is resonating with, whew, over the top, gone, off into space. Just wonderful recognition. You'll be walking on air. For some of you, you may be looking right now at selling your home. And if you are, this is the time to straighten it up and to spiff it up and to get everything in order. Don't take it for granted that just because all your clutter's in there and people are going to come in, they're not going to look at that. They're going to see the beauty of the home or the great, things that it has to offer. But here's the thing. First impressions are everything, Aquarius. Everything. They really are. For a potential buyer to come into your home, for those of you selling your home, you need to remove personal artifacts, things like hobbies, collections, some people have salt and pepper collections or whatever. Take those and put those away, out of sight, where they can't be seen. And remember, they're going to be looking in every room in the house. If you've got a room full of boxes, that's fine. But you need to take away the family pictures on the walls, all personal artifacts. So when a person walks in, and the first impression that they get is that it's very, very clean and they can breathe, and it's airy, maybe cozy, but clean and comfortable. They don't get an impression of who's living there. They see furniture set out. They see curtains hanging, plants growing. They can very easily transfer that in their mind and put their own furniture in there. That's what they want to see. They want to be able to visualize themselves in there. It's very important that you do everything you can to get your house spiffed up and in order. Show that you've cared for the house and loved the house. Make sure that your walkway swept and your yard is clean and your garden's all straightened out. Little things like this will make a huge, huge difference. It says, welcome, come on, move right in. Okay. Right now, for those of you, you're going to take pride in your work, and the work that you're doing is going to have a lasting effect. The advice of this card is that you can show off and be proud of your work. More successes in the cards for you. And keywords: stability, finance, protection, balance, order, and foundations. And I'm seeing a young man, and he's wearing, the suit pants, with the, for some reason, I don't know why, and I think I know why, but I don't. He's got the suit pants on, and he's wearing a deep red leather belt in his pants, where normally most people wear black or brown. This is like a deep red. He's wearing a white dress shirt, and there's a tie, but there's no jacket, and the sleeves are folded back, and he's got dark hair, and it's very straight, close to the head. It's cropped close to the head, flat, almost. Um, I see him. He's focused and driven on foundation, building this foundation beneath him, a strong, solid platform. It's for his career, and in the bigger picture, it's for his life, his money-making abilities as well. Also, within this is the dream of being able to marry the love of your life and to be able to maybe find a home And that's what that's all about. Part of this is a foundation of a literal home and all that a home exemplifies and what having a home means to us. For some of you Aquarius right now, this is very important that you purchase and have your own home, um, so that you can go forward and you can look at the future, getting married, because I feel that this is for single people and you're not completely single. You have somebody special in your life and you're looking for your new home. This is going to be the foundation of your life. If not for your job, for those that applies to, then this is for your home. This is for happily ever after. This is what you're aiming for. This is vitally important. For some reason, some of you are holding back in every department in your life just for that. It's almost an obsession. And it is interfering in personal relationships as well. There's this holding back until you have everything perfect. As the card said in the overall energy, perfection. Everything's about perfection. You want to be perfect. You want to live perfect. You won't cohabitate. Um, This is for some of you now. Remember, general reading. There will be no cohabitation for some of you. You want to do it the traditional way. Um, some of you may be wanting to be engaged, but even that isn't really happening. It's being held up because that's not the order they want things in. They want to be able to do it the proper way, wait the proper time, buy the proper ring, plan out the proper wedding, to buy the proper home. Everything has to be perfect. And some of you are relentless. I'm feeling that very, very strongly right now. Will you have? Yes, you will. You will have your happily ever after. You will have your marriage, your engagement. You will have the love of your life, and it'll all fit together. But the rate that you're going right now, I feel to tell some of you, you may suffer and be threatened with burnout. Um, some of you, here's a problem. No matter what I say, what the cards say, I'm feeling very strongly. There's some of you, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you think it's going to hurt you, make you ill, slow you down, burn you out. Doesn't matter. You're going to keep pushing anyway. You won't stop until you get what you want. That's the way she goes. Okay, so the fourth card I pulled, your challenges. What did I just talk about? Basically endurance, and that's what this card represents, endurance in your challenges position. Seven of Wands, again about practical things. Yep, endurance. Right now, the right now the advice of this card is to say your words loud and clear. Any negativity that you may face right now, remember, you have the higher moral ground. You are all about integrity and being moral and having a moral compass, and you're going to do things the right way. Even if somebody is trying to intimidate you, trying to push you out of the way or close you down or shut you out. Um, where you have the higher ground, you also have the endurance and the courage. That is without question. Right now, if you stop and think about things too long, and contemplate things too long, overthink them, you could become paranoid, and that could hold you back because fear is a bugger. Fear is not even a real tangible thing, but yet will let us stop. It'll, we get swept off our feet or knocked back a bit, and all of a sudden fear comes in the forefront and it puts the brakes on. It's like having cement shoes on. You can't move because of fear, and fear is not even anything that's real. There's the thing. It takes over our logic. You don't let that happen. If you don't let that happen, you'll get the results that you need. You may, one or two, you may be fighting for a certain relationship to continue as it is. You're going to be feeling very protective as well. You may find yourself coming to someone else's defense at this time as well. This is going to be a challenge for you. You're going to have to speak on the behalf of others. You're going to be fighting to defend a certain territory. This could be in sales, I'm not sure. And you speak on behalf of a group of people, a group of business people with purpose. Business people with purpose. Going out for the collective good. You may be giving a presentation to City Hall. There's something that this business of purpose with the people that you're representing want to implement, but they need permission from City Hall in order to go forward to do that. So that's for some of you. There's your challenges. That's enough, I think. In that one card alone is enough. Last card I pulled for you is not a bad card. So please, for those of you that are not used to this card or new to tarot, it doesn't mean what you think it does. What I pulled, and this is your message from Spirit, is the card of death, and it's about transformation. And there's the key word. And in my tarot, the Oceanic, it doesn't look. It's not a skeleton draped in a black hood and cape, riding a black, big, shiny steed horse, and he's riding along with his pitchfork, whatever is that thing he carries with him. I don't really want to know, but you know what I mean. You get the picture. Now here's this boat is almost like a metaphor for your life right now. You can see this boat. It is a dory, a fishing dory. When it sailed on top of the water, that was what its purpose was. Its reason for being was it was a fishing dory. There are fishing nets hanging off the bow and hanging off the stern. The sides are out of it. At some point, it had sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and the fisherman said, "Well, she's dead and gone. No good to us on the bottom of the ocean, laying on the seabed floor, but she has found another reason for existing, another purpose. And she feeds and homes all the sea life and the marine life that goes to down to feed. Some feed there, some make their home in there, absolutely. And there's plankton and there's coral and all kinds of good stuff that the fish can feed off of. And look at all the diversity of the marine life. It's dolphins and sharks and small fish and medium. I don't know what they are, but anyways, there's a whole bunch, and you can see the rays from the sun coming down. That ship's not dead. That dory's not dead. It's not a ship, it's a dory, but it's not dead. It still serves a very vital purpose to the world it now finds itself in, and that's the same for you, Aquarius. You are going to be going through this transformation. I had a real strong nudge here about this young man again, and there's probably others like him, and he's going places, and he's to be commended. Whoever you are, you're to be commended for the work that you've been doing and the integrity that you keep in place. You're not selling out, and that's a rarity these days. This woman that I told you, you have high respect for her. And if you watch her, if she leads by example, and she's there to help you hone your skills and bring out the best in you, she encourages that. She's genuine. Hold on to her. I could say some words, but I'm not going to. Just hold on to her good and tight. And I don't mean romantically. She's your mentor, and she's going to be your teacher. But this young man's really, really going places. And I think he sleeps quite well at night as well, despite the stress of this new job and what's expected of him. So, message from Spirit, all about transformation. It's a great change is coming in your life. A transformation is ready, and you're ready for change at this point. Might be a new job for some and new relationships for others. Even bad habits or habitual way of living is going to change for some of you, and good for you. We're talking, your usual addictions, the smoking, the drugs, the drinking, the overeating, whatever it is, gambling, um, addictions to people. That's bad as well. Those I can go on for half an hour just on that alone, what people allow to have happen to themselves. But habits for some of you get along just fine. Some of you may be alcoholics, but they would call you a weekend alcoholic. You're sober and you work really, really hard all week long. Come the weekend, it's that time, and you don't sober up again until you go to bed Sunday night. And some people they manage to get by, but that catches up after a while. It's doing. I don't care if you do that right into your retirement years. Physically, health-wise, it's going to take its toll and age you a lot faster than you would have had you not abused alcohol. So, a new era is going to beckon for some of you in a very, very good way. I just have much to say for some of you in a very, very rich way. There'll be a mixture of things that are going to go on. I see a lot of activity. I see a lot of movement. I see a lot of people around you. There's just this, this, this bubble and it's just, you don't know what's coming next. One thing you cannot say is that you're bored or you're going to be bored. It will not be boring. It'll be colorful, full of life, full of energy, ups, downs, and in betweens. But everything that comes at you will be a lesson deeply, deeply learned. And you will hold on to that lesson. Some of them may be bittersweet, okay? There may be things, that's life. It goes up and down and around, and it's this big melding pot of activity. I see that heightened for you right now, Aquarius. What will be is the advice of this card, so don't resist any change that needs to happen. Embrace it. The keywords are rebirth, endings, change, release, relief, and conclusions. Moving on, closing that metaphoric door in your life that's behind you. And you stand on the other side of it now, and you hear the click as the door catches its lock. And you look ahead, and everything's going to be brand new for you. Everything's coming up, and it's exciting. The energy's thrumming. It's a thrum. For some of you, moving to new places. For some of you, maybe one or two. Exotic. I see palm trees. I see traffic. I see a lot of white buildings. For others, I see somebody moving, and it looks like, believe it or not, this is just, don't laugh at me. It's just what I'm getting. It doesn't matter. But I see somebody moving to a high-rise in one of those apartments that you buy, in one of those tall high-rises in New York City. And I see a woman looking a little unkempt, holding onto a baby and feeding a baby. Somebody's made a new move into this beautiful New York apartment, and it's quite large. A lot of heavy wood, dark wood throughout the apartment, big, big windows. For some reason, that's what I'm seeing there. For some Aquarius, how lucky are you? Okay, so the next card, that was your 5-card spread using the Oceanic Tarot deck. The next card that I pulled from the significator, for the overall significator for this reading, I pulled from my deck of tarot, and I pulled Temperance. It's a beautiful card. It's beautiful. Let me pull my book. She came out upright. And when she comes up, this means moderation, compromise, harmony, and mixing separate elements into a whole. Mixing separate elements into a whole. Moderation, compromise, harmony. And you know what that says to me? That we can all get along. And that's what's going on here. You're making compromises. Things can't be 150% the way you always want them to be. But in the end, in the bigger picture, when we compromise and we bring other elements, or we allow, not that we bring, but we allow other components, other people, their ideas, their beliefs, their personalities, and their quirks, and we bring that all in. It's just a big, colorful ball of energy that's never, ever boring. You're going to find harmony within this, and you're going to say, some of you are going to say, you know what? I got one crazy life. My world is pretty crazy, but I love it and I embrace it with all the quirkiness, with all the arguments, the ups, the downs, all the good and the bad, and the in between. But in the end, you have family, you have friends, you have a circle of a life that's around you. There's no breaking that circle. Never, ever, ever. Anyways, Aquarius, MJ, shout out to MJ. I hope you liked the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I like it when people say, oh, I'm waiting for this reading. I can't wait to see. I like that because it means you guys are all getting something out of it. I hope a sense of hope and a sense of joy and maybe a giggle here and there It may be some food for thought. And I think that's what it's all about, is food for thought. And the cards give us a head up, and they bring everything like going, slap, 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 pay attention. You need to pay attention. That's what the cards are about. Um, so if you like the reading and you want a private reading, you know how to get a hold of me right down below. And until next time, Aquarius, for 2 weeks, the mid-monthlies for October will be rolling out. Until then, I wish you the very, very best. Please enjoy the first half of October. I hope it runs smoothly for you. I hope the cards gave you a little nudge in the right direction. And until then, from my heart to yours, thank you very much for spending this time with me, and hope to see you back real soon. Bye-bye.